Narcissists fear most from their previous supply because of this existence. Greetings, everyone. I trust you're all enjoying a wonderful day. Today, let's delve into a fascinating aspect of narcissistic behavior. Their deep follows may challenge your preconceptions about narcissistic anxieties in relationships. Contrary to common assumptions, narcissists harbor profound fears. These fears are rooted in their most primal anxieties and emotional wounds. They go to great lengths to avoid confronting these inner demons, often resorting to sudden withdrawal or smear tactics. Let's unravel the enigma of narcissists' most haunting dread. At the core of their terror lies the dread of abandonment. This strikes at the heart of their vulnerabilities. A narcissist will go to extreme lengths to maintain your presence in their life. Remember the numerous attempts to prevent your departure. Even after you've left, their efforts to win you back may have been relentless. The prospect of your departure is their ultimate nightmare, as it signifies a rejection they cannot bear. To a narcissist, abandonment equals rejection, and the mere thought of intentional abandonment is paralyzing. Their deepest desire is for you to remain by their side, and the fear of losing you once their facade crumbles is petrifying. Narcissists are masters at concealing their toxicity, hoping to keep you in the dark about their true intentions. Despite their efforts to cloak their actions, their underlying awareness betrays their calculated behavior towards you. This self-awareness serves as evidence that their treatment of you is deliberate and driven by ulterior motives. It's crucial to reflect on how these individuals influenced us to remain entangled in such relationships against our better judgment. For narcissists, the act of leaving is synonymous with rejection, a stark indication that our need for them has diminished. Coming to terms with this harsh reality is no easy feat. They desperately cling to the hope of our continued presence, even when they are incapable of providing a healthy relationship. They'll go to great lengths to retain our loyalty or coax us back into their grasp. However, should we inflict harm upon a narcissist, the dynamics shift irreversibly. Reconciliation becomes an unattainable goal if we've wounded or humiliated them beyond repair. Your perceived irretrievability represents one of their greatest fears, the fear that you'll see through their facade, depart, and divulge their true nature to others. Narcissists dread exposure and vulnerability, as these notions trigger their deepest anxieties. Social validation is indispensable for narcissists to thrive. The moment those in their vicinity grasp the reality of their character and discern their underlying motives, the narcissist's world crumbles. Without the constant affirmation they crave, they spiral into insecurity and desperation. Abandonment, in this context, evokes memories of childhood emotional neglect, inflicting profound emotional wounds and engendering a crisis that the young narcissist struggled to comprehend. All they knew was the agonizing pain of abandonment and the overwhelming challenge of coping with it. Hence, narcissists implore you to remain oblivious to their true selves, as such revelations evoke painful memories and lay bare vulnerabilities they fervently seek to conceal. Narcissists possess a clear understanding of their objectives and behaviors, yet they remain entrenched in their ways due to the fulfillment of their needs. They are disinclined to alter behaviors that serve their purposes. After all, why change when their desires are being met? At the core of a narcissist's actions lies a relentless pursuit of meeting the wants that were denied in their childhood, an insatiable hunger for approval, affection, and attention. This imperative is of paramount importance to them, steering every move they make. It may be perplexing to comprehend how such seemingly trivial matters could profoundly influence their conduct and personality. However, the unmet needs of their childhood have deeply ingrained desires that continue to shape their adult behaviors. This unfulfilled longing from their formative years serves as the driving force behind their actions as adults, manifesting in every facet of their behavior. From an outsider's perspective, their behavior may appear peculiar or inconsequential. Yet, grasping this fundamental aspect provides insight into the intricate workings of a narcissist's psyche. They harbor a deep-seated fear of exposure by former partners, dreading the prospect of their true nature being uncovered and laid bare. Despite this anxiety, the compulsion to maintain behaviors that fulfill their childhood needs remains unyielding. As adults, they persistently pursue these unmet desires, often at the expense of rational behavior. Narcissists often exude an air of aimlessness, appearing adrift in life and uncertain of their identity. It's essential to remember that they perceive the world through a different lens than we do, their interpretations of events vastly divergent from ours. Their actions are frequently driven by past traumas and inflated ego, forming a predictable pattern that may seem bewildering to outsiders. These routines are rooted in childhood experiences of trauma, fueling an innermost desire to secure unwavering affection and devotion, even in the face of past betrayals. Recognizing the dissonance between reality and the idealized image of partnerships is a pivotal moment. Sustaining such relationships isn't always feasible or beneficial. These realizations strike a nerve with narcissists, whose deepest dread revolves around the specter of rejection and abandonment. The prospect of being deserted evokes profound terror, echoing unresolved childhood needs into the complex landscape of adulthood. Once you grasp that their actions are meticulously calculated to elicit emotional responses and validation, you begin to see through their facade. Their motivations are singularly focused on fulfilling this imperative. They care only about gratification and fulfilling their desires. Navigating this intricate web of manipulation is where the challenge lies. Securing a steady supply of admiration necessitates adeptly maneuvering through social interactions. Narcissists rely heavily on mirroring and gaslighting to achieve this goal, as revealing their true selves risks rejection. Authenticity is a liability in their pursuit of validation. Every interaction serves as an opportunity for a narcissist to garner admiration and affection. Their emotional repertoire falls short when faced with uncertainty or the risk of not being accepted. Thus, they resort to manipulation tactics like mirroring and gaslighting. Understanding these underlying dynamics sheds light on the perplexing behaviors exhibited by narcissists. Their actions invariably trace back to the deep-seated fear of rejection and unmet needs from childhood, which continue to dictate their adult relationships. Narcissists adeptly mimic your personality and shower you with affection to secure your emotional attachment. They often target individuals who exude kindness, empathy, and patience, believing them to be less likely to walk away. The bond forged through acts of kindness and empathy serves as a conduit for manipulation, a means for narcissists to thrive on the fulfillment of their needs. Toxic individuals gravitate towards such behavior as it provides them with the assurance of maintaining control and preventing abandonment. When the veil of their facade is lifted, narcissists tremble at the prospect of losing their source of supply. Their relentless pursuit is driven by a desire to preserve the vitality they derive from you. Their attempts at reconciliation are merely veiled efforts to reclaim what you can provide them. While they may express a desire for your presence, it's devoid of genuine love or affection, rooted instead in the benefits they stand to gain from you. To narcissists, people are mere tools, devoid of individual feelings and needs. Their relationships are transactional in nature, solely focused on extracting what others can offer them. Once you grasp this fundamental truth, you realize that a narcissist's connection with you is superficial. serving as a means to drain your energy and exploit what you have to offer. Those entangled in a relationship with a narcissist must come to terms with the stark reality that such connections rarely, if ever, improve. Narcissists are inherently resistant to change under normal circumstances. Navigating a relationship with a narcissist poses considerable challenges. Understanding that their actions stem from fear and unmet needs, and recognizing their insatiable thirst for validation and attention is paramount. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that narcissists seldom undergo meaningful change, rendering any hope of improvement or relevance in the dynamic unlikely. It's imperative to remember that everyone deserves a relationship characterized by love, respect, and empathy. While narcissists may feign these qualities, their underlying motives and inability to change often foster a toxic and draining environment. Thus, prioritizing one's well-being and mental health is essential when dealing with narcissists. I'm glad you found our exploration of narcissism valuable. Understanding these dynamics is indeed crucial for navigating relationships and showing compassion to those who struggle with them. If you found this material helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support enables us to continue creating useful content for you. Always remember, knowledge is power. It equips us to comprehend the complexities of human behaviors and connections. Let's continue learning and discovering together. Together, we can redefine how we perceive and interact with others, particularly narcissists. Wishing you good health and well-being until our next conversation. Take care. Hey there, welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the intriguing realm of narcissistic manipulation, unveiling the subtle phrases they employ to exert control and sow discord. These phrases aren't merely words, they're cunning tools wielded to subjugate and dominate others. As we uncover these 9 phrases, it's crucial to discern not just their surface meaning, but the insidious intent lurking beneath. Equipping yourself with this knowledge empowers you to resist manipulation and safeguard your independence. And remember, if you find this content enlightening, don't hesitate to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel for more thought-provoking discussions. Share this video with those who might benefit, and share your own experiences or insights in the comments below. Phrase number 1. Evading accountability. When confronted about their actions or personal life, narcissists often resort to the phrase, "My personal affairs are private. I don't owe you any explanations." While it may seem like a gesture of respecting boundaries, it's a clever ploy to shirk responsibility and maintain a facade of deception. By cloaking their personal life in secrecy, narcissists sidestep accountability and evade facing consequences for their actions. They portray inquiries into their personal affairs as intrusions, allowing them to deceive and manipulate without fear of repercussion. This duplicitous behavior erodes trust and undermines the authenticity of relationships. Furthermore, it's particularly hypocritical as narcissists frequently pry into others' lives while vehemently guarding their own. It reveals their belief that they are exempt from the standards of fairness and reciprocity. Phrase number 2. Externalizing anger. When confronted about their volatile temper, narcissists often deflect blame by asserting, "You make me angry. It's your fault for provoking me." Rather than acknowledging their own emotional volatility, they shift blame onto others, absolving themselves of accountability and perpetuating a cycle of aggression. By attributing their anger to external triggers, narcissists avoid confronting their underlying issues and negative patterns of behavior. This cycle of blame allows them to remain entrenched in destructive behaviors without seeking personal growth or change. To navigate interactions with narcissists effectively, It's crucial to recognize that they are responsible for managing their own emotions. Refusing to accept blame for their outbursts enables you to establish boundaries and prioritize your own emotional well-being. Phrase number 3, shunning critique. Narcissists recoil from criticism, often retorting, "Quit scrutinizing my every move." You're overly critical, as a tactic to deflect accountability and evade scrutiny. Instead of embracing constructive feedback, they resort to accusing others of being excessively judgmental, even when the criticism is warranted. Labeling others as judgmental serves as a shield for narcissists to avoid acknowledging their imperfections. Rather than owning up to their flaws, they deploy guilt-tripping tactics to divert attention away from their shortcomings. When confronted with their behavior, they manipulate the narrative by portraying themselves as victims of unjust scrutiny, thereby thwarting any meaningful dialogue and hindering personal growth. Phrase number 4, weaponizing kindness. The phrase, "I intended to be kind, but now you've forfeited that privilege," serves as a manipulative tool in relationships. Employed alongside actions that withhold kindness, it serves to assert dominance and diminish the worth of the other party. This manipulative tactic manifests as a struggle for power and control within the relationship dynamics. Whether directed towards family, romantic partners, or friends, this form of manipulation seeks to instill doubt and feelings of inadequacy in the recipient. The sudden withdrawal of support or affection leaves the recipient feeling uncertain and undeserving, perpetuating a cycle of emotional turmoil and dependency. By attaching conditions to kindness, the manipulator exerts control over the emotional landscape of the relationship, fostering a sense of perpetual insecurity and dependence in the recipient. Victims of this manipulation are left questioning their self-worth and grappling with feelings of anxiety and confusion, undermining their ability to trust and maintain healthy relationships. Phrase number 5, reversing control accusations. Narcissists often retort with statements like, "You're attempting to control me," when confronted with boundaries or expected respectful conduct. This tactic serves to invert the power dynamic, portraying the narcissist as the victim despite their attempts to manipulate the situation. By shifting blame onto the other party and alleging control, they craft a distorted narrative that perpetuates their dominance. When faced with established boundaries or clear expectations, they deflect by portraying themselves as victims of unwarranted imposition. This manipulation tactic undermines the foundation of a healthy relationship and impedes the victim's ability to assert themselves. Recognizing this manipulation is crucial for asserting one's right to boundaries, despite the guilt-tripping tactics employed by the narcissist. Though victims may experience confusion and self-doubt, maintaining firm boundaries is paramount for safeguarding their well-being. Phrase number 6, arbitrarily imposed regulations. Narcissists often enforce arbitrary rules in relationships, stating, "It's permissible when I do it, but not when you do," thereby establishing unfair guidelines. This behavior reflects their belief in their superiority, asserting their entitlement to act without restraint while dictating the actions of others. By imposing rules selectively, they foster an environment of inequality and diminish the other person's confidence. Living under such unjust standards erodes self-assurance and fosters a sense of inadequacy. This manipulative tactic perpetuates a cycle of subservience and control, leaving the victim feeling marginalized and disempowered. To counteract this manipulation, it's essential to identify these disparities and establish boundaries to shield oneself from unjust treatment. Phrase number 7, distorting reality. Narcissists employ gaslighting techniques, stating, "That's not how I recall it," to sow seeds of doubt regarding your recollection, and the actual events. They manipulate the truth and deny their actions to undermine your confidence and question your sanity. Through this revisionist approach, they portray themselves positively while casting doubt on your credibility, exerting control over your perceptions. By distorting the past, they absolve themselves of accountability and maintain their grip on power. Keeping meticulous records of events can serve as a safeguard against their deceit, enabling you to uphold the truth and resist their attempts to manipulate your reality. Phrase number 8, asserting opinions as truths. Narcissists assert dominance by treating their opinions as incontrovertible truths, declaring, "My opinions are infallible, and dissenting views are simply foolish." They perceive themselves as intellectually superior and dismissive of alternative perspectives, stifling meaningful dialogue and diminishing your intellectual autonomy. This haughty demeanor stifles authentic discourse, leaving you feeling intellectually inferior for daring to hold differing viewpoints. Asserting your independence and refusing to yield to their attempts to dictate your beliefs is vital for personal growth and emancipation from their narrow-mindedness. Phrase number 9, disregarding your concerns. Narcissists dismiss your apprehensions with statements like, "I couldn't care less about your or anyone else's opinions," deflecting accountability for their actions. They project an air of self-assurance and independence while covertly seeking validation and admiration. Despite feigning indifference to external judgments, they crave affirmation from those within their inner circle, revealing their dependency on external validation. Their indifference to criticism is selectively applied, serving as a facade to shield them from accountability. Over time, their facade may crumble, leading to strained relationships as their inability to maintain the illusion of perfection becomes apparent. If confronted with a narcissist, remember the validity of your concerns and assert your right to express them, refusing to allow them to invalidate your emotions. By illuminating these manipulative tactics, we empower individuals to discern the warning signs of narcissistic abuse and shield themselves from its detrimental impact. Remember, you're not navigating this alone, and assistance is within reach. If you find yourself ensnared in a manipulative dynamic, seek out trusted confidants, whether they be friends, family members, or mental health professionals, who can provide invaluable guidance and support as you embark on your path to healing and restoration. Together, we can liberate ourselves from the cycle of manipulation and foster wholesome, enriching relationships founded on mutual esteem and compassion. If you found this discourse enlightening and enriching, consider making a contribution, even as little as $1, through our Ko-Fi page. Each contribution, irrespective of its magnitude, significantly contributes to the maintenance and enhancement of our content quality. As a token of our gratitude for those who choose to become members, your name will be prominently featured at the onset of our videos, symbolizing our deep appreciation for your generous patronage. Your support fuels our ongoing endeavor to deliver content that resonates with you, and we extend our heartfelt appreciation for your indispensable role in our community. Discover the Ko-Fi link in the description below and become an esteemed member of our journey. Don't overlook the opportunity to engage further by liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing this video with others who could derive benefit from its insights. Thank you for tuning in.